We have some great deer on our hit list this year. The deer that I'm gonna be after is Mr. Perfect. He's a 4.5-year-old deer. We had some great history with him last year. I elected to pass him at 30 yards when he was dogging some does early November. And then this year we started running our trail cameras, got some great pictures of him, and he bloomed into a beautiful 4.5-year-old deer. And we set up on this ridge top where hopefully, you know, late October, early November, he's gonna be trying to run that ridge top to look for them first available does and maybe even get him catching a doe, dogging a doe in through this thicket that we're set up on, plus the ridge top. And man, I think early November is going to be a great chance to put this guy on the ground, and I'm excited to finish the story out with this boy.
Cheater is the deer I'm going after. He's a great big 11-pointer that almost died last year. The reason we call him Cheater is last year he cheated death. He got to 45 yards with my wife Julia having the bow, and she just could not pull that shot off. It's just a little too far for her. It's a deer that we have 3 years of history with now. As a 3-year-old, Zach and Cole had an encounter with him, let him walk. Last year, we had so many great encounters with him and just could not get him on the ground. This year is the year for him. We've zoned in on his home core, and it's pretty small. It's right in the center of our property. We have several stands that I can see us killing out of. So I'm going to be very disappointed if we don't get him on the ground. This is the deer I want to kill. This is the deer I believe we have the best shot at killing at any point during the season. I could see us killing him early on a cornfield or late on a ridge top. This deer is going down this year.
Squares is another great deer that we have. You know, we have 3 years of history with this deer. We saw him as a 3.5. We passed him up. We got velvet footage and trail cam pictures last year of him. And you know, he's kind of in an area where we just want to keep separate until season. He's not a deer that we're going to go after early season, so there's really no reason to go in there and set up trail cameras and try to get velvet footage, because you know, he's an area that we know is not going to be good for early season. He's, you know, in an area where there's great ridge tops, so we're going to wait till pre-rut and rut gets around, sneak into those ridge top stands in you know, in an area that we haven't disturbed since, you know, last season. So we're looking forward to that pre-rut, and that's when we're looking to put squares on the ground.
A deer that I think is very killable is Holmes. Now, not only do we have a lot of history with this deer, we have trail cam photos this year and footage of him last year as a 3.5-year-old. Now, that 3.5-year-old wasn't on our radar last year, but this year, he's 4.5, he's bigger, better, and he's definitely on the radar. And he's in a spot that we know tons about. Plenty of history with this spot, with this farm. Easy to pattern a deer with the farm you know. And we're going after him early season. Now, this is gonna make it really easy to put him down on our season's opener. So that's the deer that I'm going after. Those are 4 very killable bucks that we're gonna be going after this season. Now, we're gonna be showing you how to maneuver after these deer, to change our pattern, to adjust to these deer, to get them on the ground if it doesn't work out the first time. So keep coming back to dominantpredator.org, and we're gonna show you how to get it done.
This year, we have a little contest. Me and Jimmy versus Zach and Cole. Who's gonna kill the bigger deer and who's gonna kill the more inches. They may have got us the last couple of years, but they've gotten lucky. This year, it's our turn. We've got bigger deer, and we're gonna put them on the ground.
You gotta crawl before you walk. Jimmy, Shane. You guys just got out of diapers. Older and dumber. Dumber and bolder.